What is up, woke family? It's your boy Woke Bucks, and I'm back again with another live stream. So, the topic that I'll be discussing in this video today is in regards to five major things that will happen in 2022. Five major things that are going to happen in 2022 include number one, us going back into lockdown, right? The one thing that y'all got to understand at the end of the day is that this matrix that we're living in is under the manipulation of the central government, which is causing people to not be able to be free thinkers. It's causing people to not be able to think for themselves, not be able to become woke, not be able to see the truth for the way it is. And the thing is that when the world government is at work in order to be able to disguise and confuse you guys, right? It doesn't allow people to be free thinkers. It doesn't cause people to be able to see the truth for the way it truly is. Look at everything that we've been going through for the past almost 2 years now, right? Since March of 2020, with everything that happened, right? The thing is that the world government is at work in order to be able to confuse people, to be able to manipulate people, to not have people to think for themselves. They don't want y'all to see the truth for the way it truly is. They don't want y'all to be woke. They don't want y'all to see the truth. They don't want you to see it. They want you to continue to be blinded in this matrix. And the thing is that we as woke ones, we as ones of the most high, we cannot allow ourselves to be blind. We have to see the truth for the way it is and stand by the truth, right? Everything that is going on right now in this matrix is meant to destroy every single person, right? They want to cause division. They want to cause deaths. They want to cause harm to everybody in this matrix except for themselves. You have to see the truth for the way it is. They don't want you to be woke. They don't want you to speak the truth. They don't want you to see the truth, right? Everything that has gone on in regards to this situation that we've been facing since March of 2020. They've been coming out on social media. They've been coming on the news trying to distract people, trying to tell people that if they don't get that thing in their arm, that they're done for, right? You have to start seeing the truth the way it is. What they are trying to do is that they're trying to put fear in your heart. They're not trying to get you to see the truth. That's why it's going to lead to us going into another lockdown, because they're going to tell you that you're supposed to go into another lockdown and that you should not be able to go outside so you can be amongst people and enjoy people in their presence. They don't want you to see that for the way it truly is. Why? Because they want to put you in fear. Because they understand that once they put you in fear, it's going to be easier for you to be able to abide to everything that they say. Right? You have to see the truth of the way it truly is. That's the reality, right? Second thing that's going to happen, second major thing that's going to happen in 2022, there will be a food shortage. As of right now, there is a food shortage, right? You have to understand that most of the food that you're eating is genetically modified, also known as genetically modified organic foods. Well, it's not really organic, but GMO, right? Most of the food that you're eating is GMO, which means it's fake. It's not real. It's not grown from the ground up, which means it's inorganic, right? You have to understand that at the end of the day, the more you eat inorganic food, the more you are destroying your body. Let me repeat that again. The more you eat inorganic food, the more you are destroying your body. The more you eat GMOs, the more you're destroying your body. The more you eat genetically modified food, you are destroying your body. You have to see the truth of the way it is. You are going into a food shortage because there's no more food left to be grown, because there are so many places in this world that are going through floods right now. Flooding is real, right? Most of these crops that are being grown, right, aren't being able to be grown anymore because of the floods, which basically means that there's not enough um, fertilizer and soil underneath the ground to be able to grow the crops because if there's too much water, right? That's the reality. And then on top of that as well, too, once you go into the stores, you're not even able to see food anymore because most people are buying them in huge hordes, right? Huge hordes, which basically means that they're getting a lot of food all at once. So they're running out and they're not able to reproduce it because there's a food shortage, right? So this is my best advice to give you guys. You want to put yourself in a situation to be able to restock up on food as quickly as possible and be able to get enough food before there's a situation where you're not going to be able to buy food anymore, right? And if you have the ability wherever you are right now to start growing your crops, do so. Or if you have family members that grow their crops, see if you can get in contact with them so they can send you some so you can be prepared for when we go through this food shortage that will happen next year, right? There's so many things that are about to happen and people are not even aware of it because they're not woke. You have to see the truth for what it is. We are woke ones of the most high, and we're going to continue to preach this message, right? There's so many things that are about to happen, right? This seems like the number, like the most obvious thing, right? On this list of five, but lives will be lost. There will be people that will lose their lives next year in regards to so many things that are about to happen because of the information that they hear, some of the things that they've put in their body already from this year alone and last year, right? So many different factors that are going to cause people division, right? Whether it's family division, friend division, which causes wars, which causes uh, um, issues amongst each other, right? It can lead from either shootings, killings, any other killings, right? Stabbings, car accidents. There are so many things that are about to happen in 2022 that people are not prepared for. Why? Because they're not seeing the truth for what it is. There are certain aspects of your life that you have to start to pay attention to and try to avoid in order to be able to be part of the people that last long in this matrix, right? If you know that there is a problem between you and another person, try to avoid making the issue even more serious so that you can put yourself in a situation to live a longer life. Because you have to understand in the reality of the situation, in the reality of this world, we live in a world with a lot of emotional people who do not know how to control their emotions, especially in a heated point of time. You have to learn how to control your emotions. You have to learn, especially as a man, to be a masculine man, to be able to navigate through this matrix using God as your leader, right? And you following after him as a strong spiritual man who sees the truth about this world and does not allow himself to succumb to this matrix. Because all it's trying to do at the end of the day is pull you down. Now you have to decide at the end of the day: are you going to allow it to pull you down, or are you going to float, right? Are you going to sink, or are you going to float? That's completely up to you. You got to make that call for yourself. But all I can tell you is that you have to be aware of these things that are happening so that you don't put yourself in a situation to end up falling because you don't need to fall. Right? You got to be aware of these things. They don't want you to see the truth for the way it is. Right? They don't want you to see the truth. But here on this channel, we speak the truth and we stand by the truth. Number four, a lot more people are going to be controlled. Why? Because they live in fear. Let me repeat that again. A lot more people are going to be controlled. Why? Because they live in fear. When you are controlled by fear, you cannot allow yourself to be guided by the Most High God. Let me say that again. When you are controlled by fear, aka the central government, the war government, my bad, right? You cannot allow yourself to be led by God, right? You have to allow God to lead you in points of uncertainty because these past 2 years, we have been going through points of uncertainty. You have to allow the Most High to lead you. You have to use the spirit of discernment that the Most High gives you, if that's one of your gifts, to be able to see what is really going on in this world. And the thing is that the Most High gives us the abilities to be able to have multiple gifts of His so we can be able to navigate through this matrix only if we trust in Him and we do His work. Don't allow yourself to succumb to the world. Don't allow yourself to be controlled by this matrix. Focus and put in the work every single day in order to be able to become the person that you know you're meant to become. You have to put in the work. Let's keep going. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep putting in the effort. Why can't we accomplish great things? Right? Why can't we do the things that we know we're meant to do? Because we allow ourselves to be controlled by the world government. We allow ourselves to be controlled by fear. They tell us one thing, we hop on it without questioning it, without figuring out what's really going on and how is this going to affect me 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line. We have to be woke. We have to see the truth for the way it is and allow ourselves to not get caught up by everything that's going on in this world. Stay focused, stay hungry, keep pushing, trust in God, and allow things to work and manifest into your life. This life is simple, but you guys make it hard for yourselves because you don't trust in God. You don't want to become woke. We the woke ones on this channel. We're gonna allow ourselves to become woke. We are woke. Woke is our mentality, and we move according to that. All right, it's a way of life. We move according to that. We cannot allow ourselves to get caught up in this matrix. No, because we're greater than this matrix. This matrix can't put a hold on us. Let's keep pushing, right? The last thing you have to understand is that on this list, a lot more people, right, are going to become woke. They're going to have their awakening. And then once they go through that awakening, then from there, they're going to go through a point in time where they start to shift towards what God wants them to do. Some people in this world, in fact, a lot of people in this world have succumbed to the demonic forces of this world, the satanic forces, but we have to understand that Satan can never be greater than God. Let me repeat that again. Satan can never be greater than God. God will always be greater than Satan, right? And his demonic forces. So you have to trust in God. You have to trust that God will always come through for you. Stop succumbing to the negative and demonic forces of this world and focus on what the Most High has called you to do. Stay focused. Keep grinding. Keep putting in the effort. Keep putting in the work. The future is ours, and we are going to accomplish great things in this life, regardless of what another man, woman, or spirit has to say about us. Stay focused and let's keep putting in the work, right? Let's keep putting in the work because the future is ours and we are the woke ones of the Most High God. This is going to be the end of this live stream. If you like this live stream, make sure you go spam that like button, leave comments, share this live stream with your friends, subscribe to the channel at Wokeebucks, WOKEEBUKS, and tap the notification button to get all the latest videos that I post. Patreon link will be down in the description below, so social media links. So make sure you go give those a check. Without further ado, this is going to be the end of this live stream. This is Wokeebucks, and I'm out, man.